Hey, good morning, all. Welcome to Coffee and Craps. Happy Friday. Happy Black Friday. And TGIF, as CRC says up there in the chats, good morning. Welcome to Daily Paycheck. This is Black Friday 2023. Last day of kind of the practice runs here for the storm strategy. So if you're new, what you do here is we're running a bankroll of $10,000, trying to make it look like 100. 10% at a time. So I buy in every day for about 10% of what's in the master bankroll, which now is 20,000. We've actually doubled our bankroll, and try and win about 10% from that. That's the goal here. So that's part of it, is like this discipline exercise that I'm going through to get that done, which is hard, but it's also a good exercise, right? It's good for me, good for you to see that discipline works. Getting out quick works. At the same time, though, we're testing strategies, and I want to see, what ways are the best ways to win a consistent 10% and are also enjoyable to do. You don't want to be out here, hating your life the whole time either. So we're working a thing called the Red Cross this month, and this is the last day of kind of practice before I go live with it. Here's the strategy. It's a $50 don't pass. It'll be 180 in odds, generally speaking. 180 in odds, except for when the 4 and 10 are up, and then it'll be 200 in odds. That's your base bet down here. This 180 in odds is only out there to protect the bets for a couple of rolls. Now the bets we're going to run here are going to be the effective 204 across. And what that means is 25 on the 4 and 10 because they pay 50 to 1. 35 on the 5 and 9 because they pay 50 to 1. And 42 on the 6 and 8, which also pays 50 to 1. So 50 for 1. Everything here pays $50. So you're looking to get a couple of hits to get $100 into your rack, basically, to come back out and play. Here's the rub on how you play the numbers up here. As a number hits, let's just say the 4 hits. It doesn't really matter what hits. You're going to drop $1 and get paid $50. You're going to bring the 4 and 10 down on the first hit. You're going to take the quarter, make it look like nickels, and take $10 and go to the 4 and the 10. $80 home to your rack. You're about halfway out of this hand. You're out there for about 172, I think, with the 6 raise the point. You're about halfway home. The next hit, let's just say the 8 hits, also will pay $50. The 9 goes down to 10. The 5 goes down to 10, and the 8 goes down to 12. You're at 52 across, equivalent, again, minus the point, but all your money's back. There's 100, there's 200, and $10 back to your rack. You're at 64 across. You got $200 in the rack, which is about $30 in profit, depending on what the point was. The odds come back down, and now you got a no 6 and 64 across. Either way, you're going to be okay. You're going to keep your $34 in the rack no matter what. Either make an extra $50 on that 7, or make 64 across look like something. That's the idea here. Play for opportunity. It's 2 hits to safety, and then you're hoping for a hot hand. It's just you're really looking for a hot hand, this strategy. That's it. You don't got to stay at 64 across, by the way. Yesterday, I gave it a shot, and I pulled out of the, when I got my second hit, I went into the Headless Horseman, right? You can go into a Molly, whatever you want to. You've got that $35 or whatever to play with. Actually, it's about $100 to play with. Do what you want to. You can take that second phase. The first phase just gets you out of here. Second phase is where you make your money. So the Storm is a first phase play. It's get me out of this hand fast. That's the idea, and relatively safely with that don't. The entirety of the Storm is that. It's not what happens afterwards. What happens afterwards is up to you as a craps player. So this one gives us some flexibility. The thing is, we have to find a way to be consistent as winners. We have not been throwing the dice very well. It's been a little bit rough, honestly, this week getting anything decent to happen. So wish me luck here. Let's see if I can get, what's going on? I have no internet connection out here? I have no roll tracker. Oh, there it goes. The roll tracker is up on the screen, but it's not up on my computer. What's going on here? Is the iPad down? No. Hold on. My phone? Can my phone find it? Is the website just down? No, it's working. The iPad just can't find the website for whatever reason. Okay, we'll turn the iPad off. I'll do it from my phone. It doesn't matter. Here we go. How I get it in, it just matters that we get it in. Let's do it. We're gonna pull the dice back. We're gonna work on my throw a little bit. I'm just gonna stick with the ones on top so I can kind of track what's going on. Out of my rack, which has $2,500 in, I'm gonna take I think 300 is enough to get me out of here. First, this is kind of a pain to deal, by the way. So 100, 200, 250, 220, and there's $300. All right. There's the 300, 50 on the don't. 4, 5, 6, 8, 9, 10. I'll take one of those down when it's time. There's 3, and there's that one. $50 in the rack for right now. I will take, when I pull something down, I'll make the change to cap the 6 and the 8 at 42. Leave it up there for now. Let's go. Let's come on out. I hope I got this. It's been a rough run this week, Kev. I'll tell you what, it's been very, very rough. There's a 7. Good job, Johnny. 617 on the come out. So we're gonna lose our don't pass. That sucks. Oh shit, what'd I do? Wait a minute, I did the wrong thing here. Hit the wrong button. What happened there? Shouldn't see that. All right, 6-1 there. Let's take the don't. Let's come on back out. Now, once you get a 7 on the come out, the first row of the day, we don't have any kind of motion here. I could be laying something to protect myself. I'm not going to do it. Let's just see what happens. Again, working this toss a little bit. 3-1-4. That's going to be our point. 3-1. 3 and a 1. Okay. Puck goes over. Let's take the 4 down. We don't need that. But I will take some whites and reds from it. There's 25 for the 4. And the reason why I do that, I need to get my 6 and 8 capped off. And here we go. We're down 50 to start. We're going to have to get a couple of whacks up top here to get going here. And hopefully I can just stay off that 4 for a minute. Here we go. I can see a 3 and a 5. That looks like an 8 to me. 3, 5. All right, that's the 8. That pays for $1, $50, which is great. I'll pull a 10 down. I'll make it look like $10. Again, you kind of regress from the outside in. There's 1 hit. You need 2 to be out of here. In our case, we really need 3 because we got whacked on that don't to start with. So we're in a little bit of trouble. Here we go. Oh, I forgot my odds. Duh, my odds need to be $200. Sorry. Here we go. 5, 4, 1. That's the fever. 4, 1. So we're going to be kind of okay here. We're out of the hand. That's going to pay $50. I got to take a nickel out of my rack and get whites for it. There's 4 change, and there's the dollar for the payment. And now we have our choice, right? I'm going to show you what's happening. The blacks go back. Okay, the 5 goes to 10, the 6 goes to 12, the 8 goes to 12, the 9 goes to 10. And everything else comes back to the rack. Now we're okay-ish. And why I say ish is this. We've got in our rack 100, 225, 235 in the rack. Okay, we were out there for 164, or we're out there for 179 up across the top. But we lost the $50 down here. So really this represents us being still upside down by about $14. We're not really quite there yet. We're gonna have to make these numbers up here work pretty hard. Now again, with a 4 as the point, I feel pretty good about beating that 4 with that $50 down there. So we're gonna leave that sit. Now it's about, can I make those numbers up there make any money? You know, what I'll probably do is a same bet and then a press and pull. Same bet first, press and pull afterwards on the numbers. We'll slow roll it into this thing and see if we can't just get out of here. All right, let's go. There's a 6, hard 6, 3, 3. There it is. 3. That's 14 bucks. We'll do 15 for one. All right. Now I'll start pressing the 6 a little bit. The rest of them the same thing. We'll just take one shot, one little same bet. I want to get that money back that we lost. I want to get that 50 bucks back that we lost down here. So here we go. There's the 7. All right, that actually works. That 50 bucks kind of pays for itself, I guess, right? 5, 2, 7. That's okay. We got 14 bucks out of the 54 that was up there. Now, ideally, or alternatively, like I said yesterday on Coffee and Craps, I could have just pulled the $54 down, right? We could have just put this in the rack and let the don't pass play itself out. And maybe on a point of forward 10, that's the smartest move you can make versus trying for that hot hand. But, you know, we went for it. We got 50 bucks out of it, and we're okay. If you look at our rack, there's 2,200 in the rack, 2,300, 2,400, 2,500. That's our starting, with these 300 bucks, that's our starting bankroll. So I have 25, 50, whatever that is, $58 in profit. Okay, so the first move, the first time we do this today, it worked out for us. We got a little bit of profit in the rack, not a ton, but enough to, you know, give it another shot. And again, this is a grinder. The strategy, as you can see, point of 4, 3 hits and a 7, made 50 bucks. Not bad, right? If you're getting the 2 hits in the box, you're going to be okay. And again, you can just pull it, right? It's all about knowing what's in your rack. Here we go. Next, shooter. I think we're going to be okay. And I don't think laying is going to be the thing for us here today. I'm also not doing the anti-craps thing. That thing works, the anti-craps bet. I'm not that concerned about just getting 2 rolls and running for the hills yet. I haven't seen that be a thing that's going to save us enough times early on. I think it's a tool that we, oh, there's a nice throw. It's a tool that we have in our toolbox. 1, 2, 3, ace, deuce. Awesome. Let's see, 2, 1, 3. I love it. That'll pay 50 bucks. I'm going to stack 1 and rack 1. I'm going to put my, hold on, let me get my rack reset. 2, 3. And keep the profits over here if I can. So it's 50 bucks to this side here. I'm going to keep my profits over on this side so I know where I am. Here we go. Another one of those would be nice, right? A little close to the end. It's a 5, 3, 8 easy. Don't love that. On the don't, 3, 5, 8. All right, so we'll do 180 in odds. There we go, 180. Up top, everything but the 8. 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. I think I have enough to cover it. 5. There's the 6. I need to break a green to get some reds here to cover the 9. There we go. We are set. We're out. Let's do it. Let's beat the 8. Here we go. Too short. Too short. It's the 7. A 6 or 8, a quick 7 like this actually makes you money. That sucks though, man. Damn. So hoping for a good run there. And I just think, I love this strategy, but God, this dealing it sucks. Let's take all this down. There's a lot of chip movement out here, a lot of color changing and all that kind of stuff. All right. All that comes back. You get 50 here. You get 150 for the 180 in odds, and you're out. Actually, I get 75 here because I had stacked it up. So 75 onto the don't. Now I can do a regression, and we'll start up and pull down there. So that's good. We made a couple of bucks. Got to be okay with that, I guess, right? There's that. Let me see where we are here. That is 200 bucks. That's your starting bankroll. 2,500 there. With what we have out here, there's 50, 100, 150. about 170, a little more than 170. So we're doing okay. We're doing okay. Not lighting it on fire. We have not had a good roll. Haven't had a good roll all week, frankly. But whatever. Working a new toss here, and like I said on the show, I think it was Tuesday or something, like the DI fairy tale thing. Like, I'm trying something new with the throw, and I have sucked. I have not had good runs at all this week, at all. Oh man, hit the back wall directly. I think bad DI is so bad that it gives me hope that good DI can be good. 5-3-8 again. Right back to the same point. Let's go, man. Let's get something to happen here, shall we? Man. 4, 5, 6, 9, 10. There's the 180 in odds. There's the 6. I'm going to get that turned into nickels and pennies. There's the 6, 5, and the 9. The whites go back. Let's have a run. Come on, Johnny. I think if I get it set up, I may just go horseman again like yesterday. It seems like it's the right move with my crap throws here. Let's go. Seven out. Immediate. That's 2 straight points of 8. 0.7 out, and all that dealing has to go away. God, that sucks. Man, 4-3-7. That is brutal, dude. All right, well, here we go again. We're going to just pay ourselves again. 150 here and 50 here, and everything else goes bye-bye, and I got to reset the whole freaking thing again. God, what a pain in the ass. All right. Be nice to just throw like an adult human and make some damn money. All right, let's see, where do we get to now? We're doing it like $25 at a time here, aren't we? There's 200, 300, that's our rack being reset. Now our profit is 100, 205, $209 our profit. So we're literally making money in this strategy by either the quick 7 and making money on those odds, or we're making it with pulling the move off. I mean, God, this is just no... It's hunting a long roll, and the long roll ain't freaking happening. 2 straight PSOs. All right, come on, man. Let's go. Ay, ay, ay. Here we go. 4, 3, 1, 4. I like that. Let's move you over. The thing about the 4 I don't like is that the odds aren't going to be good. I may actually go against what Chris and Greg say and get bigger odds on the 4 and the 10 because you're not covered up there. I need to get some, I just need $50 in reds. All right, let's get the whites up there. You're not covered because this up here is 179 up there, right? Because you don't have the 4 covered. And this only pays 150 down here. So I feel like you need to get another $50 in odds. I think you need 250 in odds here to get 100 and a quarter and the 25. Even then, you're still not quite there. You almost need the full $300 in odds down here against the 4 and 10, which is a big risk. The other day I did this and I picked myself off, but you kind of need more odds to cover those, you know? So it's a risk either way. You know, hedging with odds is not my favorite thing in the world. But, you know, if you're playing Dolly, you're doing this anyway. So it's kind of like, it's the right move. Here we go. Let's just get out of here. Let's just get on out. Deep shot. It's a hard 6. Cannot get that landing spot, man. Landing zone right here is so hard to hit. I'm just not used to it yet. 3-3 hard 6. It's 50 for 1. There's $50. I'll take this 5 and make it look like whites. And we'll take one of them. And there's $50. And let's get our next roll here. We'll have a little chat. We'll have a little chat as a group here when I get back. Come on. Let's get one more inside number. That's a better looking shot, and there is the 4. So there's the pick, which is awesome. It takes all of our profit and we go back to 0. That really freaking sucks, man. God, John, can't you just have the session? These are all good. Don't gets picked, completely picked, right? If you look at the rack though, there's 100, 200, right? So there's $2,200 out there. There's about $175 out here. That makes $200 on the rack, on the felt, right? We're basically still at even, right? Our net loss there was about $75, even though we got picked on that damn thing, right? But we never got the move to pull, right? And this is the thing where I was talking to DJ about this. If the move don't work, you got to come back out. If the move had worked and we were down at 64, you take the don't down after the pick. But here we are. We got to come back out and make this shit happen again. So that's brutal, man. That is brutal. It is. Takes the sting out of it, I guess, what they said. If I'm going to hedge, I'm going to make money on a damn thing, right? I'm not out here to pickle myself all day long. And I told them that, like, my preference is if I'm going to do it, I'm going to make money with it. And like I said, these strategies that I roll out here, I try and get them as true to form as I can. But at the same time, I find during the week that I'm practicing it, where are the danger zones? And as we're seeing today, or not today as much, but this week, the danger zone is, yeah, that's going to happen once in a while. You're not going to survive every single time. But the real danger to me is not making it up here. So I want to make sure that I'm getting out with profit on all the rolls. So I'm just trying to make sure that no matter what happens, I'm bringing money back. I'm not putting money out, except for the buckshot is the one thing you got to be scared of, right? Here we go, 617, and there it is. So last time the big odds screwed us. This time the big odds help us. 617. That'll be a 50 here and 150 here, right? And we're out whatever that is up top, the 179. So this ends up being 175. There's your profit. That covers the top. And I think even though it doesn't cover, obviously, what we lost, now I got messed up here. Doesn't cover what we lost by getting whacked on that 4. It covers itself on this shooter. And I just got to be okay with that, I guess, right? All right, here we go. We're going to go up and pull on the don't. Got some work to do in the rack over here. There's 2,400. Actually, look, there's 2,500. So our profit now is $29. Okay, so we pulled money off of the table. Even though we got whacked for that 10, we're back to even again. Let's go. I think the roll tracker's wrong, right? 4 buckshot, 10 point. No, we're right. 7, right? Okay, I think we're okay. All right, here we go. Do ourselves some pricing for a strategy 3-tier regression. I like the 3-tier regression. You know that. That's one of my favorite ways to play. Here we go. All right. Let's get out. What a big hit. God, I feel like a hit right there, and it just destroyed the dice. All right, 6, 2, 8. Again, we're on the 8. We've been lucky on that 8 twice. I think we're gonna meet our match here. I have this bad feeling. $180 on the 8. I'll get nickels here in a second. I might need $200 in greens. I think I probably do. No, I don't. I don't think. Let's just get 100 in greens and see what happens. Actually, I need it like this. All right. Yep, 150. All right, let's do it. 4, 5, 6, 9, 10, 9, 6. There's the 5. There's that. And there's the cap on the 6. All right, here we go. Let's beat the 8. Let's beat the 8 for 2 rolls here. Can we? Can we do it? Can we do it? There's a 3, not on it. The one time today the craps check would have helped, but the other times it would have burned that $10. So I think that's a move I'm not going to make when I do the strategy for reals. Here we go. Four, 3, 1. All righty, 3, 1, 4. That'll pay 50 for the 1, and the 4 and 10 come down. I'm gonna get nickels for one of those greens and go back out at 10 and 10 and bring back the $80. Here we go. Eight hard. God dang it. Man. You sucker. All right, well, there it goes. We lose the don't again. So that's twice today the don't got picked. That's really unfortunate. And again, the move has not been pulled off, so we have to go back to it again. We're still here. Like, God. The holes are real. It seems like, you know, we say this a lot. It's so easy to get 2 hits and get down, right? I think Darksider said to me in an email, actually, he's like, isn't it going across looking for a hit or 2 like really lazy versus just a 6 or 8? And it's a good way of putting the question to me. And to some degree, you're right, it is lazy. But look at how many times today we haven't even gotten 2 of anything up there. Like the laziness in that move is because I know, and I think you know and everybody else knows, how hard it is to get anything up here at all, right? And that's why I'm like, give me a cross. Let me get out of here in a couple of shots. I'll bring that 10 down to the rack. It's just so damn hard to get anything. I'm gonna have to go back to the 8 at full bore here. You got, to me, optimizing for the time factor is why I do it, because I don't want to be up there waiting on a 6 and 8 to burn on these rolls today, right? We had not gotten hit on these 6 and 8 hardly at all during the roll. Those bets would have burned almost every single time today. And it's like, it's crushing when that happens to you, right? So that's why I do it. I'm more inclined anymore to just go across, get a hit or 2 and be done. Take the burn. Actually, I'd rather do it without this. You know? Here we go. Beating that 10. That's a better looking throw. There's a 6. Much better looking throw that time. 4-2. Hold on. I didn't put the 10 in. Whoops. I just got the notice about the Hawaiians going live. Hold on a second. Back to where we are. 4-2. Alrighty. 4-2. That'll pay me the 1. Or 50 for the 1. Now, remembering on the last shooter, we did pull it off, right? Remember before we got whacked on the 8. So the 4 and 10 were already down. So at this point, we're done, right? Even though it's over the course of 2 points being shot, we're out, right? We have to make sure that we take our money back home and get on out of here. So there's our drawdown. I'm gonna make the greens look like a black chip. I wanna get the rack looking as close to right as I can. The odds come back to me. Now my rack has got $2,200 in it, $2,250 in the rack, essentially, plus what's up top, the $64 up top. That represents $50 in the rack if I want it to, right? I've been not throwing any numbers like yesterday, right? Why not today do what I tried yesterday, pull this all back, right? I'm not gonna be in profit yet. Obviously, we got whacked on that 8, so we're gonna be upside down, but I could certainly do a little bit of this, right? A 3-1 horseman here. And let's just play for the 7. I mean, let's just play for the 7. And like yesterday, I'll probably hit 11 rolls now and lose it all, but I'm just not feeling it today, you know? What did we roll there? Was that a 6? Or I forget what it was now. I think it was. All right, here we go. Here we go. Let's get out of here. Make some money. Good looking throw. That goes to the 6. I'll take that. 3-3. You can go there. Let's get another couple of those in. What is happening with my phone? I'm getting all sorts of alerts here. Oh, it's my family group text. Here we go. Let's try and bury this damn throw at the end. 6 again. Better looking throw. 3-3. That's an off and on for 15 bucks. Okay, now with the horsemen, what I typically do is give the 3 come bets their chance to do something, and then I'll decide on odds or something else. Let's get them up there first. Here we go. There's a 5. All right. All right, so 1 got up and got paid. The second one got up, or 1 got up, second one got up and got paid. Third one's up. That's it. We're gonna roll just the 2. Let those 2 resolve themselves. If the 7 comes, we're in great shape. We're gonna win money on a 7. We just don't wanna see a 10. I do have that 15 bucks that I won on that 1 come bet that I could put up there as odds. I don't trust myself enough to do that though, so I'm not gonna. There's a 12. Again, we're just not quite there yet. We're not getting any roll tracker here. What's going on? Refresh. Four, 1. And that was a 6-6. Okay, there we go. The roll tracker got stuck for some reason. All right. Better looking throw. Another 6. Look at that. Nice. That'll come down. We'll do the 15 bucks on that. Let's take that and make it look like place bets now. Horseman did its job. Actually, those place bets now are paid for by those come bets. Those 2 come bet hits paid for all 3 of those bets. So those are extra free because the come bets were also paid for by the first move. So this is really slow rolling it, but I'm not loving my throw right now, so I'll take what I can take. Here we go. 7 out. All right. It came a roll or 2 later than I wanted it to, but we'll be okay with that. This is going to be a profit roll for us. There it is right there. That is the 50 bucks. That's down there on the don't pass. I'll pay it in greens. But cool, that was a nice little pocket we got into there, right? There's a 2,350 bucks in the rack, so we're still down. We're still down about 150 because of the getting whacked on the 8. That cost me a bunch of money. So what time is it? We have time for one more shooter? Why's my clock not showing? Hold on a second. Where's the clock? Oh, you know what? I'm dummy. I didn't even have the bottom thing on. Hold on a second. There. Sorry about that. I never put the thing on. The clock. 7:35. I got time for a couple more shooters. All right, here we go. On the don't. We won on the don't. We could press it up, which I don't mind doing. Catching the little run down there. How about a little ace deuce on the come out again, huh? 6 hard. Oh boy, that's not good. We've been rolling a lot of 6s here. 3-3. I don't love that one. I don't love that. All right, let's go to 180 on the don't. On the odds, rather. Let's get 200 bucks. In greens. All right, and there's the cat. All right, we're set up. Let's go. Let's just dodge the 6 for a minute. Dodge the 6, Johnny. You can do it. Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Where was that last roll? Come on, man. Would have been nice. 1, 2. I'm really trying to hit that spot down there. It is hard. It's hard to bury them that close to the wall for me. So bear with me as I keep working this throw. Seven out. All right, well, bummer. We got nothing out of the roll up top. We're going to make money down below, so I'll take all this shit down. Jeez. Throws are just god-awful today. But check it out. If I make this look like a quarter here, I'll put this away here. There's 75 for the flat, and this one's 150. I've only got 75, 80 bucks out there, right? So that actually shows you the profit that we got on this roll, which is good, right? Anytime you pull money off the table, you're doing good, but sure would have been nice, I'm gonna regress that back down again, to have had the move pull off before we pull down. We haven't really had that happen enough times today, right? The move has not been working for us. We're down 500 in the rack. There's 50, 100, 200, 350. So we're down 150 bucks. Let's go. Look at those shitty rolls, would you? Look how short all those short rolls up there. God, that one roll was halfway okay. The rest of them are just garbage. Here we go, coming out. Coming out, new roll. New shooter. Ace deuce. That will work. That will work. 2, 1, 3. Pays 50. Let's go up by a unit, just a little bit. We're gonna go up and pull on these things. Resets that when we get picked on the point. That's a better looking landing zone, but it's a 7. So we lose our up and pull, which sucks. That sucks big time. All right, back to the pass we go. This is where my friend Darksider would tell me, you got to go lay the 6 and 8 now, because I've thrown so many 7s in succession that he would tell me, and I'll do it for you here. We're going to lay the 6 and 8 now, right? Because we threw too many 7s. So we're going to lay it. I can't barely reach it. Lay it for 30 each. And we're going to do, I need some change here. And we'll hit the hard, or the easy way hops on the 6 and 8 for this come out roll. Right, the 7's coming so fast, I should be doing this, right? That would be the rule of the man called Darksider, right? When you start seeing that happen, you get this thing picked off, it's time, right? The first time we got picked off today on a 7, except for the very first roll of the day, was too early to do this, but now that it's happened, and you can see how many 7s I'm throwing today, it's time, and look what happened here. Right, 6-5. We got the other boogeyman showed up, 6-5 yo. Good Lord. Storm is getting destroyed today. So we're gonna lose the hop. So there's $8 to replace the hop. Big time bummer. Golly. Yeah. Brutal. Yeah, the point has been 6 or 8 all day today, hasn't it, Jen? There's the 6. That's okay. But here's what's going to happen. This is going to be absolutely devastating, right? 3-3 hard 6. Oh, I did. I'm hopping everything. I'm hopping everything. So we're good. So what actually happens here is this. Am I hopping everything? I'm hopping just the easy. I hop just the easy. So I'm not going to get the hard 6. Could have put $10 up there to hop all of them, right? I'm just doing the easy. So that we're gonna lose the hop, and we're gonna lose the 6. We'll take the 8 back to the rack, and the point is now 6. So we got screwed on that deal completely. That was awful. And my sixes have been coming hard all day too, by the way. Let's go 180 down here against it. We're going to have to. And we are going to be in a world of hurt, folks. There's 100. I'm going to take like that. I don't think it's enough greens or whatever to do this, but let's go. 4, 5, 8, 9, 10. 9, 8, 5. I need to get whites. All right. We are just getting picked to shreds over here today. Watch me throw a 6 right now and be done. If I throw a 6, I'll stop the show because I don't want to break anything. Here we go. Man. Aces, of course. Aces now. Where were you on the come out throw? Aces. Gee whiz. Let's go. So I'm counting in my head. That's the third time that Andy Craps would have got money for us. Probably 20 times it wouldn't have. That's not a great bet to make. I should have been tracking out here if you can see it, but 3 times we got Craps numbers in this phase, but at least 20 times we didn't. That's definitely not a bet I'm going to recommend. Better throw. There's a 5. I feel like I haven't pulled the move off in a long time, right? There's once, $50 for 1. Get out of Dodge, John. Can you get out of Dodge, please? Let's take the 4 and 10 back. I feel like I haven't even gotten to regress the 4 and 10 in like an hour. Okay. There it is. There it is. You knew it. 5-1. There's the 6. It's going to lose all the don't. All the don't goes bye-bye. And we're out there, and we still haven't pulled this thing off. Right? We're still got one hit out of it and nothing else. So we have to go back. We go back in the don't until we're regressed. So that is a huge ass bummer. Good Lord. Here we go. Oh my God, it's a 7. Are you kidding me? Ugh. Of all the dirty tricks, man, I'm not doing the 6 and 8 thing again. I'm gonna break a black chip to do that play. I'm just gonna let that don't pass fly naked. I'm not gonna do it. Watch this be an easy 8 though, but I'm just not feel like breaking it. It's an easy 6. 4-2. So same point. Same point, same deal. Here we go. All right, $200 there. I'm gonna take quarters for it for one of the blacks. $6-4, which is the worst possible thing, right? It's going to pay $18 on the end there. It's terrible, right? $18 on the end, and we still have to do the pull down, right? The rules say get out no matter what, so we're getting out no matter what, and that sucks, man. Jeez, how brutal. This will be the last shooter today. That's a black chip. Last shooter here no matter what. Can I turn $52 into the $300 that I'm down? That's going to be the question. Those greens are black. I'm going to trade them in. We are down right now $600 in the rack. I've got $100 out there. So we got to make $500 here on the next few rolls to call this a good day. Gross. What a gross What a gross day. 7 out. Of course, 5-2. Good looking throw too. Finally a good landing back there. 7 out, $50. That's 100 total from the line. We're down $500 today. We lost 500 out of 2,500. Squarely on the shoulders of buckshotting the 8 for $300 and buckshotting the 10 or the 4. We buckshotted the 4, right, with $300 on it, and the 8 with 175 on it. The odds down here are the exact amount we lost, essentially. We lost 400 or 300, 475 we lost in odds today. We're down $500. The odds are the reason we lost today. No question about it. What are you going to do about that, right? Some days you're going to be, again, picking yourself off like we do here sometimes. And I think it's good to see it, right? I love this show because I pick myself off all the time, and it shows how brutal the dice can be to you sometimes. Sometimes playing these strategies, we call it mechanically, just doing the same thing every single time, every single shooter, you'll fall into the rhythm of I'm getting picked on my point every single time, where the 7s crush me in the come out every time. There's nowhere to run or hide, right? You're not changing strategies. You're just out here hoping that the dice roll for you. Some of the ways we play, the Horseman being one of them, the Molly being one of them, are more grindy, and they survive that stuff better. A play like this really needs perfection on the dice to make itself work. Other strategies that we play don't require a perfect storm to work. This one requires a perfect storm to work, and we had not seen it. Really, I've been fighting all week to get anything close to a regular 2 hits and then something happening after that. It's been a complete torture session. Is it an indictment of the strategy? Not necessarily, right? We're not getting good rolls on the dice, but this strategy is way too dependent on good rolls of the dice to work. Other ways we play are not. They are much better survivors than this one is. So, hell, there it is, guys. That's the show for Friday here. And there it is. Waylon does not like the regression when I'm negative in the bankroll. Let's put that comment up there. I hear you, right? Like, my instinct, honestly, is I'm negative in the bankroll and I got the 2 numbers for $50. I feel like I want to get a third one, right? Each other time. Not regress till I get the 3rd hit. And you could dig yourself deeper in the hole, but that's also the way out of the hole. Ending up at 64 across, right? When you're $300 down, becomes really hard. Like, now I'm looking at my rack going, well, shit, I got $52 out here. I'm down $500, right? You end up in a spot where you can't crawl out of the hole, right? You create these enormous holes by doing this kind of stuff. So there's lessons in there. When you watch the dice, pick the numbers, picking that 6 a couple of times, picking the 8, picking the 4, and the bad series and the come outs, you need such a perfect set of things to happen here. You're asking for an ass kicking. And I feel like next week, when I start doing this every day for real, it's going to be one of the more frustrating strategies. I really do. Sometimes 6, 7, 8s are okay. This one here, I think, is problematic. I think those odds are very problematic to me. There it goes. Yeah. So here's the thing. Cashier's Cage, I'm glad you're here, buddy. You're saying landing it an inch in front of the wall. That's where Gargoyle told me to throw. He said he wants me to throw it lower and slower and land it an inch from the wall and bury them. So I've been trying really hard to follow that advice and get them down there and bury them. As you can see, 7s are abound, and it is freaking hard to do that. It's really, really hard. I'm struggling big time to make that adjustment, but I have switched the grip. I'm not sure if you can see this over here. Let me try and show you what I'm doing. I'm so glad you're here. I've switched the grip to this one, right? Which is what you have been kind of talking about. Can you see the dice? If I put them up here, where I'm going all the way down. So I'm all the way to the floor with the finger and the thumb. So it looks like that. It's hard to see. Where's the camera? Right there. So I'm all the way down on the dice, all the way to the bottom on the cut edge, straight down in like this. So that's helping me reduce the number of spins to the back wall, which is the low and slow part. I got the low and slow part kind of down. It's the closest to the back wall that I'm really struggling with. And I told Gargoyle this. I'm working right now on just distance, not so much landing them flat, right? Not landing flat. I'm trying to just get them here to this far away. I'm so used to being either on the 12 or on the don't, depending on which toss I'm using and which table I'm on. Getting them to here is it's hard. And you're right. If it's wrong in a disastrous way, right? If it's wrong here, the diamonds make it 1,000 times worse. 1,000 times worse. All I'm worried about is landing zone. I'm not changing my set. I'm just doing this one. Where's it at? I'm doing the stacked ones, so it's a hard way set. And I'm just looking at, that's it. Staying with the same set, working LZ, not worrying about the flatness yet, not worrying about anything other than getting to my distance right, according to what Gargoyle wants. So that's it. I'm not getting good results, but even if I was getting good results, or even if I was just hucking and chucking randomly, the strategy itself has problems, right? And you can see the problems. There's a big risk on those huge ass odds, even though it's only 2 rolls. It's funny, you worry about your cross bets for 2 rolls really badly, like, God, can I survive 2 rolls? I'm also worried about this now for 2 rolls. It's like, I don't want to burn up here. I don't want to burn here either. And I'm burning everywhere. I'm just lighting it all on fire every day. So let's hope next week we figure something out, huh? I'm going to reset my rack to $2,500, put this back in the bank, and get back in the house because it is freezing here in the garage. Garage Player Magazine says I am the number 2 best garage thrower in the world behind the cage. But my garage is freaking cold. All right. I will see you all inside. Let me go get warmed up, get new coffee. I'll see you for coffee and craps in a few minutes, guys. Thanks again for being with me in the morning. I love the camaraderie. I love that you're making fun of me. It's awesome. And that's what makes this family what it is, right? I'll see you downstairs for coffee and craps. We're going to play some Iron Cross down there this morning. So, which will be fun because it's a can't lose strategy, right? We'll see. We'll see in a few minutes. Bye, all. Thanks.